Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Mark here. You ever wonder about being able to code something? You always wanted to code something, you had an idea, whether it's a website or whether it's an app or a tool or something. Well, today with AI, we can actually do that, believe it or not, with little or no experience in coding. Now, I do have some background in Python. I did take some Python courses. However, I am by no means an expert at this. So anyway, we'll go ahead and jump into this. Today we're going to be using Visual Studio Code via VSC as well as Cline. And these two things combined are just like Bolt, just like Artifacts for DeepSeek, any of these out there, no-code builders. But we're going to get into that in just a minute. But if you're new here, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single one of our videos, as well as you can check out all the previous videos in the playlist up above. Don't forget to download your free AI checklist below, as well as you can find the Lead Gen Bootcamp. If you really want to get better leads quickly and amazingly, that's where you want to be. The links are down below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. As I said, we're going to be working with Visual Studio Code today. It's a free download. You download it, put it on your system, and it comes up something like this, here. Now, what we're going to do, I'm going to be turning things on and off here. Let me move this up a little bit, see if I can make it a little bit better for you. There we go. All right. So what you're going to do is you're going to come over here and you're going to go ahead and go to Cline. I'm checking this out myself right now, so I've heard some great things about it. This here is your extensions. You type in Cline here, and it's going to be the first one. It's going to look like this. And you're just going to hit install and let it go through its thing. I won't make you wait the whole time, so I'll pause it while it's installing. It doesn't take long, though. Okay, now that it's installed, you can see disable or uninstall. You'll notice there's a new icon over here that says Cline. I'm guessing we just click on that and it'll open it up here. Okay, so we need to provide the APIs. So Open Router API, get an Open Router API. We should be able to add other ones. So let's go ahead and click on Settings. Let me play around with this for a minute and I'll be right back again. Okay, I actually missed it. It's pretty simple. It's right here, and you can pick out your different things you want. I'm going to go ahead and add Anthropic, and I'm going to go ahead and add that API key as well as DeepSeek. Now, what you do to get those, let's come back over here, and we have the DeepSeek. I mean, you can really just kill this thing. I mean, look, I did almost 500,000 tokens, and it's still 2 cents. So you can really hit this hard and no problems. But you go to platform.deepseek.com/usage, and you have the pricing and so forth. But you go to API keys and you create a new key. I'm going to do that off screen, and then when I'm done with that one, I'll show you where I'm at. And then Anthropic, again, you're just going to come over here and you're going to create a new key here and insert that as well and save those. So I'm going to do that off screen here, and when I'm done, I'll be right back. Okay, great. Once you have all of that set up, you get this. And I went ahead and clicking on auto approve. So auto approve right here. Now what can we do for you? Oh yeah, auto approve right here. Let's go figure this out here. I'm sorry. Like I say, I'm brand new to this, trying to figure it out. All right. Read files, edit files, execute save commands, use the browser. I'm just adding all of this. Why not? Enable notifications, receive notifications when Cline requires approval to proceed. That's good enough. And we're going to go auto approve. There we go. So we're all set up there. Now, next, we're going to set up a couple of tasks here and show you how this actually works. Okay, hello everyone. We are continuing on with this. I actually recorded this earlier and it didn't record properly, so we're doing it again. So we're going to go to a Cline demo. I just basically opened up a folder file saying Cline demo. And we're going to go ahead and hit Cline here, and it'll open it up. And we're going to change this over. It was set up for Anthropic. We're going to change this over to DeepSeek, which we've already added the API, so we're good to go. And we're just going to get it started and let it go. please make me a blog with a home page and blog page that is about container gardening. Make it modern, sleek. And that's it. We'll go with that and see what happens here. The cool thing about this being integrated, regardless of which program you're using, it tells you what the costs are. So the first thing it does is it tells you exactly what it's going to do. And it shows its thinking process. Over here, it's going through everything. So far, it looks like it's already built out the basic HTML for it, which is going to be your home page. It's finished that part. I have it set already to autocorrect. If you look down here, auto approve everything. And so so far we've spent less than 0.2 of a cent. It won't take much. I'm guessing the whole thing, even with adjustments and things like this, it will maybe cost 10 cents to build this out. All right, so there's the blog page already. Now it says, all right, the blog page was created successfully. Next, we create the style files, the CSS files. So this is what makes it look pretty, clean, responsive, modern, all that good stuff. And it's almost done with the styles page. And then we'll probably go back and check everything to make sure it all works. And if it all works, it looks like it's almost done. And it's checking again. What's it going to do now? Blog was created. All right. Style sheets. All right. Let it do its JS script, JavaScript. I know nothing about Java, like I said earlier. All I ever do is I know a little bit of Python, and it's not that much, to be honest with you. And now what it's doing, the blog project is now complete. And it tells me what it is, and it's going to come up here. I'll be able to run it, be able to view what that looks like. All right. I don't need to see the changes. Let's just run command. And I'll pull it up here. And so this is what it looks like. Container gardening. Okay, I don't like the, oh, that's for the size of the picture in the background. That's all right. And then the blog layout. Okay, that's all right too. So now what I could do is I could come back into our VS Studios. So we're back in our VS Studios and come up here. And we're still in the same project. We haven't changed anything, but now we're going to go to Anthropic. Oh, wait, let's go back. Done. Let's keep it with DeepSeek. And let's see what the total cost of that was. Less than half a cent to do that part. So what I like to do is I like to have the heavy building done by DeepSeek because it doesn't, and the cost is very minimal. If you really wanted to do this completely for free, you could go over to Google Gemini. I have my thing in there, and you can pick whichever model you want, and that will do it for completely free. But I like the stylings that Anthropic does and what Anthropic actually does. So we're going to go ahead and finish this off. All right, so we'll say, please review this and make it look super nice. You can also include picture holders to give a better idea of the styling. All right, and we'll let that run. Now, Anthropic's going to cost a lot more to do this with, but overall, I like the layout that they do. It looks a lot cleaner, as I was saying earlier. So now what it's doing is adding better image holders, modern placeholder services, improving the hero section, more engaging background, add icons, visual elements, enhancing the features of the cards and images, refining the overall space. Okay, it's done that. That was the home page. Now it'll go back into the blog and do the same thing with the blog. And it's pretty easy to sit down and, I mean, I'm touching nothing. You can see my cursor over there in the lower left corner, and it's doing nothing. It's just doing everything itself. And let's see what else is going on here. API request. Now I'll update the blog page. All right. And for styling elements, now I'll update the CSS to enhance the visual design, better styling. Okay, we'll come along with that. And it looks like it's almost done. But look how quickly I've been able to do this. I mean, this has just been a couple of minutes, maybe 5 minutes into the actual coding part of this once we get started. And it's coming up with everything on itself. And, if you had a coder do this on their own, which I have no idea how to do this, to be 100% honest with you. If you had a coder do this, you paid for it, it'd probably cost you a couple $1,000s just to get the stylings and everything done. Now let's take a look. They're done with complete. And then on top of that, it might be a week or two. All right, let's go ahead and run command. Let's see what they updated to. All right, so this is nicely centered. I like the background. Now we actually have some pictures on this. This one doesn't have a picture, but that's okay. It gives us some ideas. And then the blog. Okay, there's the blog. Now, let's say I wanted to add a whole nother section. That's the old one. This is what the old one looked like. This is what the new one looks like. So it looks a lot nicer, a lot cleaner. The header didn't have anything in it before. So one more thing I want to do, let's add one more page, a products page. Let's try that. Start a new task. Let's add a products page. And then we'll let that go and see what happens. Oh, I forgot to look at the total cost. I'm guessing it cost about, there's 6 cents, 6/10 of a cent. All right. I think I'm still using Anthropic. That's one thing I wish it said. I wish it said which model it was using all the time. Yeah, this is Anthropic because that was 1 cent just for that. So you can see how that's adding up a lot faster now. But again, it's still very inexpensive compared to if you were to pay for somebody to actually build you out a website. And then once this is done, there's a couple of things you can do. You can actually just go to ChatGPT and ask it, how do I input this code or how do I upload this code? There's a couple of different programs out there which we'll get into. Maybe we'll talk about that tomorrow, how to actually put this online and add everything to it. In fact, I think that's a good idea. So it looks like we're almost done. Now I need to update the navigation. So it's updating the navigation. The page is already made. Products page is done. So looking good. So that one cost a little bit of cash. 8 cents. Ooh, big deal. Again, my point is the way these coders have worked out and what they've come to date from where they were. I know very little about coding, and being able to do this on your own very simply. If the API gets stuck, let's see if it's stuck. Go like this. If it gets stuck, all you need to do is cancel and then continue up. No, it's gone. Sometimes it does get stuck. That's fine. Let it do its thing. I don't need to see this. Let's see what's going on now. It's updating the blog files, it looks like, the blog itself. So it all matches and comes across. All right, looks like Cline is using the browser. So what it's doing is it's going into that browser where it's at and taking an actual look at what it is, which is pretty dang cool. Let's see what it comes up with here. So where it's at is it's over here, taking a look at this here, and it's saying, hey, what's everything look like? She's probably looking at this one, saying, what's everything look like? And then it'll come back and give us an update. If it freezes, again, you just cancel and then let it go again, but it shouldn't freeze. Give it a couple minutes. So far, to make this has been 11 cents. I'm not going to touch anything. I'm going to let this go. What I'll probably do is I'll probably speed this part up, though, so that you don't have to wait and just watch it tick by here. In fact, I'll pause. Of course, right after I hit pause, it starts going again. So what it's done is it's still using the browser. So you can see I haven't done anything else. It's using the browser, it's checking everything out, looking through it, seeing what it looks like. The products page looks complete and properly formatted. All 4 cards are there. Shop now links. So you could quickly build out like an e-commerce store, anything like that. Just tell it what the products are, what the costs are, have it link it to a shopping cart. It's going to take time to build it out, of course, but you could probably do it in an afternoon, even with little to zero coding experience. I have literally little coding experience. I mean, I can build WordPress sites, no problem, but when it comes to something like this, completely custom system, I could not do anything like this. All right, and here we go. It looks like we're finishing off here. Okay, and let's take a look to see what that final product looks like now that it's been updated. Okay, wow, okay, look at this. Essential tools. Let's look at your blog page. That's the same in the products page. So they've come through and added things in there that make sense, right? So tomorrow we'll talk a little bit more on how you get that uploaded. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, as well as check out the free AI checklist down below. And if you really want to improve your leads, go ahead and join the lead generation bootcamp down below. Thanks, and we'll see you tomorrow.